Whether you're training for a 5K, marathon, ultra marathon, having strong and durable legs is crucial for running long distances and making sure that you can do it for your entire life. So in this video, we're gonna break down the science and some tips for you guys on how you can use uphill and downhill training to build stronger, more powerful, more durable legs. Let's dive into it. All right, guys, we are less than 2 weeks out from Crazy Mountain 100. Only 11 days until race day, so we're starting to taper down training. When I'm tapering, I decrease volume, but keep the intensity high. So today we are at the popular hike here in North Vancouver called the Grouse Grind. Everybody in this area has recommended this hike. It's a 1.5 miles up with about 2,500 feet of elevation gain, and then 1.5 miles down with another 2,500 feet of loss. So very, very steep, tons of incline, tons of decline today, but this is how we build powerful legs. I'm gonna give you some quick fun facts and some science about how incline and decline training can help build stronger legs. So if you're running marathons or longer distances, really your muscles become the limiting factor more than your aerobic fitness. So doing incline training has a lot more benefits than just running on flat ground. For example, you can increase your VO2 max faster by running uphill versus on flat ground. When you're running uphill, you also recruit more muscle fibers versus running on flat ground. So you're building stronger legs, building up your muscles a lot quicker than you would just running on flat ground. You also activate your neuromuscular system even more so when running uphill, and you can improve your running economy by 10 to 15% by running uphill versus on flat ground. So I've experienced this a lot myself over the last few weeks, doing tons of these mountain runs. Pretty much every run I do is up or downhill, and my legs have gotten like noticeably stronger. And when we go do a track workout, I feel a lot faster because of that improved running economy, improved VO2 max, just by simply getting on an incline or decline. So that's what we're implementing today. We're gonna do 2 laps here on the Grouse Grind, and we'll see how it goes. Today, for shoes, we've got the Brooks Cascadia 19s. These are gonna come out on August 1st. I've been rocking them for the last few months. Obviously, they're very dirty, but these are very grippy, probably the grippiest trail shoes that Brooks has. So, been wearing these. These are perfect for a day like today. And yeah, let's go send it up the Grouse Grind. Like I've talked about a number of times throughout this series, when it comes to these longer races, longer efforts, it becomes about effort rather than pace, especially when your terrain and your elevation is constantly changing. You can't really rely on specific paces. So for today and on race day, I'm usually kind of aiming for that like 7 to 8 out of 10 RPE, or like 70 to 80% out of 100. So kind of aiming for that today, like probably closer to 8 out of 10 today. So literally not even gonna look at my watch while I'm going up this, and just feeling out how my body's feeling, and the signs my body's giving me, the feedback my body's giving me. So if I feel good, I'm gonna push a little bit. If not, pull back a little bit. So going for that 8 out of 10 effort, and then hopefully that kind of translates on race day as well. Here we go, we're at the start. I'll see you guys at the top here shortly. You don't need to try, just minutes in, already climbed 1,000 feet. The legs are burning. Definitely no running up this one, just power hiking. But power hiking, you get all the same benefits that I mentioned earlier of the uphill training, better VO2 max, more muscle fiber recruitment, more power, but you're literally just walking. You run and you why they call it the grind. 41 minutes.
Okay, respect.
Not bad.
Think you can beat it coming up the second time?
Dude, no way. I didn't stop at all. Just kept her moving all the way up. 41 minutes, 1.3 miles, 2,400 feet of gain. So it's a grind for sure. But honestly, I think the coolest part is like all the people coming up here, like all shapes and sizes and ages. Like I saw like little kids and like older people and just all getting after it. It's like this shared suffering up this fucking mountain. So pretty cool. Goal for today, Morton 160s, gel every 30 minutes. So I'm a little delayed just because I wanted to wait till I got to the top, but water in this one, and then I have water plus Morton and switchback in this one. It's also pretty warm today. The sun's out, and if you can't tell, I'm a little sweaty from that. So that was fun though. That was good. That's like a great workout. I was also thinking on the way up, like I get so many comments and DMs and stuff of like, if you're a heavier runner or if your joints like don't feel super strong when you're running, get on an incline and just power hike, whether it's a treadmill, a mountain, a hill, whatever, because there's like little to no impact when you're coming up something like this. So like your joints feel totally fine. It's like pure muscular and just cardio. So like you're getting VO2 max, muscular work, but you're not impacting your joints too much. So get on an incline if you want to lose some weight, get in shape, but not hurt your joints at all. So now we run downhill, and that's where the joints really hurt. But that's what we need for these long endurance events, is just building that durability in our knees. All right, now we've got 2,500 feet back down the mountain. This is where the quads are really gonna take a beating. The great thing with downhill running is it's more muscular damage, and with more muscular damage means more muscular growth. So this is more eccentric loading going down the mountain. Coming up, it's more concentric. Your muscles are contracting. Think of it like like if you're doing a squat, that's like the push up. But now going down the mountain, we're like coming down. So it's that eccentric part of the lift or the load, and that's where you really build the true strength in your legs. So the downhill sucks. I hate the downhill. It hurts. But this is where we make a ton of gains and where we're really going to benefit from the incline and decline training. So here we go. The downhill definitely requires less effort, but the legs feel it just as much. All the impact. But the heart rate's low, which is nice. First time was good. Honestly, pretty much right on the dot from what I expected. Was 75 minutes. I think I was 76 minutes. And I stopped and talked to a guy. So it felt pretty good. The downhills just suck. It just the quads and the knees and the ankles and everything just hurt coming downhill. But that's the training we need for this 100-mile race. So now we're gonna send it back up. I don't think I'm gonna go as hard, mostly just because my legs are already shot from 2,500 feet of gain and loss already. So we'll just keep her nice and steady. Same goal is just like not stop from the top to, or from bottom to the top, and just keep it moving all the way up. So it's beautiful out here though. Again, I think it's so cool how many people are out here. Just like the widest variety of people you can think of are out here doing this trail. It's super cool. It's like just a few minutes from downtown Vancouver. So very accessible, very beautiful, and very challenging. So we'll see y'all back at the top. Second grind up here was 43 minutes. First time up was 40 minutes, so we lost a little bit of time, but still pretty steady. It's a grind up here. Honestly, I think mentally, the second time up was easier, just because I knew kind of what to expect. But physically, it's still just as hard, obviously. The legs are burning, they're on fire. Ryden and Damien have told me that there is cinnamon rolls up here, and I think we might have to get one for the run down. All right, we are about 2 hours in, and the last thing we got to do is get ourselves back down the mountain. The legs are definitely cooked for the day. They're feeling it, the quads are feeling it. But that's what we're training for. So we'll see you back down at the bottom. If I make it down there, hopefully. See you soon. All right, double grouse grind today. We had a total of 6 miles, 5,000 feet of elevation gain and loss, 2.5 hours. Our average pace was 25 minutes a mile. Not something I would normally brag about, but that just shows how steep and technical this trail is. Great workout today. Again, with tapering, we're keeping the intensity, just decreasing the volume a little bit. We're 11 days out from Crazy Mountain, so great leg workout today. Now we'll see you guys back at home where I'm gonna kind of dive a little bit deeper into the science of types of muscle fibers and why we're training this way, why we're doing what we're doing. Just a little bit more of the nerdy stuff. And then we're gonna do a leg workout this afternoon as if my legs weren't already tired enough. But keep your hard days hard, your easy days easy. And that's how we build strong running legs. Stomach is happy with the cinnamon roll, I'm happy to report. So great day. And we'll see y'all back at home. When we're born, we have a set number of muscle fibers and a ratio of slow twitch and fast twitch fibers. These are the only fibers we have for our entire lives. We cannot create new muscle fibers. Slow twitch muscle fibers are the fibers that we use when we stand, walk, or do slow activities for a long period of time. Type 2 or fast twitch muscle fibers are used for explosive activities like running, jumping, or lifting weights. As endurance athletes and runners, we're always using a combination of our slow twitch, type 1, and fast twitch, type 2 fibers. If we're running fast on a track or running uphill, these type 2 fibers are what we really need. However, they fatigue very quickly and they don't have a long endurance lifespan. So we have to then slow down or resort more to our slow twitch or type 1 fibers. However, there is good news. We can convert these fast twitch muscle fibers into a more efficient type of fiber called type 2A. And these type 2A fast twitch fibers act like a hybrid sort of fiber where they're able to be explosive and powerful like type 2, but they have the endurance and more fatigue resistance like type 1. Why do we want this as endurance runners? Because when we're doing a long speed workout, a long race, a track workout, running uphill, we want to be able to utilize those fast twitch fibers without getting too fatigued too quickly. So basically, we're just building more efficient fibers. Now, how do we do that? 2 main ways. The first way is through strength training. I talk about this all the time, the importance of heavy strength training. And the second way is through speed work, like on a track, or doing what we've been doing in this video, which is incline and decline work, which requires more force and building more power in our legs. One of the most efficient and effective ways to convert those type 2 fibers into the more efficient hybrid type 2A fibers is by what we did this morning, which is running or power hiking uphill at an incline. When we're moving uphill at an incline, even if we're just power hiking, we are recruiting more muscle fibers, we're using more of our VO2, we're activating more of our neuromuscular system, and we're improving our running economy. That's just the scientific basis for how we can run faster for longer. So for today, we've already taken care of the first part, which is the incline training. Now, the second part of this is gonna be strength training. So I'm gonna hop over here on the patio and do my lower body leg workout for the evening, and I'll show you guys the workouts that I do to build strong legs for running. All right, y'all, for the last part of this video, I'm gonna walk you through one of my leg workouts. So we did the big effort up on the Grouse Grind this morning. My legs are absolutely toasted. We're very tired, we're very sore, but keep your hard days hard, keep your easy days easy. This is how you build strong running legs right here. Putting yourself through a hard leg workout, even when your legs are tired, and it also helps with delayed onset muscle soreness. The DOMs, I'm already gonna be sore tomorrow from the Grouse Grind, so if I try and do a leg workout tomorrow or the next day, I'm just gonna be super sore. My legs aren't sore right now, they're just tired. So there's a difference, big difference between those two. So because we are traveling, we're not at home right now, we're just at an Airbnb up here in British Columbia. All I have with me is two 16 kilo, 35 pound kettlebells. So that's gonna be my only weights with me today. We're gonna be doing deadlifts, box step ups, RDLs, goblet squats, Bulgarian split squats, and lunges. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of every exercise, and every exercise rep range will be between about 4 to 10 reps per exercise. The main thing I'm gonna be focusing on today is tempo pacing. What I mean by that is on the down portion, the eccentric portion of the movements, I'm gonna be going down very slow and controlled, about 3 to 4 seconds. That's gonna help simulate downhill running, strengthening the loading portion of my legs for downhill. And then when we come up, the concentric part of the exercise, I'm gonna explode as if we're going uphill. So that's gonna go for squats, lunges, deadlifts, everything. Slow, controlled effort on the eccentric, the down, and then explode up on the concentric on the way up. That is how I always strength train my legs. That's just the best way to go about it, best way to build those muscle fibers and prepare the legs for the uphills and the downhills, which we're gonna experience on race day in the mountains. So first, to start, we're gonna go with some deadlifts. Because these aren't super heavy weights, I'm gonna do sets of 10 here. And again, very slow and controlled on the way down, explode on the way up. All right, next we're gonna be going into some RDLs, very similar movement to deadlifts I was just doing, but this time I'm gonna be pushing my butt back just a little bit more, locking out the knees a little bit more, and it's gonna be a little bit more hamstring focused. You need your booty rubs, oh yes. Are these your hamstrings? You've been working on your hamstrings, you've been doing your RDLs. 3 sets of 10 again here. Again, very slow controlled on the way down. With RDLs, just go until you feel your hamstring stretch. Next, we've got probably my least favorite exercise, goblet squats. These are just hard. They're hard. So here, focus on tempo down, about 3 or 4 seconds, explode up. All right, next we've got box step ups, and obviously these are gonna simulate hiking or running uphill. Pretty much this is what we did all day this morning, was step ups up the stairs on the grind. So up, drive through with that knee. I'm gonna do 6 on each leg, just slow, controlled, a little bit of an explosion at the top. Next, everybody's favorite Bulgarian split squats. And I've got my trusty sun lounge chair here. Excuse me, sir. Pretty much the perfect height, and it's cushioned. So you boys are gonna have to move. Watch out, watch out. Yes, yes. This movement specifically is where we can get really focused on the down tempo, the eccentric, just because this is gonna very closely mimic that downhill running aspect that we feel when we're running down big mountains. So we're gonna do 6 on each leg here. Very, very slow and controlled on the way down, and explode up. And our last exercise for today's workout is going to be some forward lunges. You can do either forward or backward lunges. Forward, obviously, is here. Backward is gonna be here. For me personally, I prefer to do forward lunges just because that is a little bit more related to downhill running. I struggle more with the downhills. The uphills, I feel like I'm a little bit stronger at, so I want to strengthen
the parts that are gonna help me more with the downhill. So for these, I'm gonna do forward lunges. I'm gonna do probably 8 on each leg. And then again, really slow and focused on the tempo, going down and explode on the way back up. We'll alternate legs here. All right, that is the leg workout, and that is the video. One last point I want to make is if you guys feel like you have a hard time finding the motivation to get into the gym or pick up some kettlebells or some dumbbells and do some strength training, if you're training for a marathon or ultra, whatever it might be, I think the biggest thing that helps me is when I'm in here doing strength training workouts like this is I'm just envisioning race day, thinking about how this 20-30 minute workout, how far that's gonna go for me on race day, how much better my legs are gonna feel, how much stronger, you know, going later into the race. So I know it sucks getting off the couch. You've already done your run in the morning, coming back out for the second workout of the day. If you're newer to strength training, if you don't know that much about it, it can be tough to get into it. But again, for me, the motivation comes in how much better I'm gonna feel on race day, how much less sore I'm gonna be after a big workout, and just how much better my legs are gonna feel. So hopefully that helps resonate with you guys. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. How to build strong legs for running. Really focusing on downhill running, uphill running, strength training. I think those are some of the biggest components you can implement into your training to be able to build more durability, more power, more force in your legs so that you can achieve your running goals, whatever they may be, and be able to do this for our entire lives. So thank you guys for watching episode 8. We got 2 more episodes left in the series, and we are less than 2 weeks out from Crazy Mountain 100. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.